Let's
Right.
start the podcast off with 5 booms. Boom.
Boom,
Boom.
boom.
Boom. Boom.
Where's that from?
Did you see that shit where they were on live and the kid goes, "Oh, my brother just died." He goes, "Your brother died? That's 5 big booms." They go,
Yeah. It's like what was it, the Costco
the
bros?
Costco guy.
Or
Yeah, the Costco
yeah.
guys.
And they keep saying boom a lot, and that was the whole shtick.
Yeah, like when they think something's good, they go boom,
Boom, boom.
boom.
But does someone die? He says, "You know what? You deserve 5 booms.
5 big booms.
Boom, 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 boom."
It's so fucked up.
That's rough.
Man, it started.
3, 2. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it is. You know who we are. This is the Wandering Stone, with your host for tonight, Ebenezer. Hello, hello. And I'm accompanied by the prettiest co-host a host could ever have, Scott. Wave to the crowd.
Hello, crowd. I am prettiest.
Isn't she gorgeous? And now to our two guests here today. They're also pretty, but they can't compare. We have Justin and James.
What?
Hello.
Hello?
Thank you for having us back, first of all.
Yeah.
I mean, you were in the area, so
That's
Back
I
by
guess that's
popular
true, I
demand.
guess.
So, how's everyone's week going, huh? How's life? James. You look so perplexed.
Week has been honestly the same old. Just work, and that's it. Nothing else. I had nothing to do last weekend besides chill with these guys, and then also nothing to do this weekend besides a dinner with my girlfriend's mother for her birthday. Other than that, same old work, sleep, go to the gym, repeat,
The grind.
grind.
What about you, Justin? Anything's changed?
No. Work's been more busy now, but they don't give me busy stuff. I've been getting snow a lot over here in good old
Michigan.
MI. Yes, and it's something. Snow is snow.
Oh God,
But-
my Wi-Fi. Or is it his Wi-Fi?
No, I don't think it was any. It was Wi-Fi. I don't think.
Who's Wi-Fi?
Follow me then.
Who's
I hate to get a. Anyway, good job.
Scott? How about you, Scott?
Well, let me just say that because it's my off season for my work. They gave us a new duty to do, where I have to basically become a telemarketer, and it is very annoying because we all got 400 people to call, and he's trying to make it, or my boss is trying to make it so we email as little people as possible because it's like a telemarketing, like it's an incentive to call customers, right? And I hate talking to people. Like I work in a consumer customer base, hospitality job, but I don't like talking to people because it's not my forte. I kind of only do it just to increase my ability to talk to people. And the fact that I'm forced to call basically an entire list of strangers to come to this property that I don't really care too much about is kind of like, yeah,
That's so funny.
let's just go. Yeah, getting paid for this. The best part
It's a bunch
that
of VIP people too, right?
Huh?
It's a bunch of VIP people.
No. So
The
the criteria for people is basically if you spend X amount of money and you haven't visited in the last 6 to 12 months, then you're on the roster. And turns out different states have different telemarketing laws. And so you can't call or email certain people in certain states, which we didn't know about. And you also, yeah, we're fine. We're safe. we're good.
Everything's fine.
We're
I
safe.
feel like that's something that should be. I feel like shouldn't your company is so big? You guys know that?
So we're good. Yeah, we're not technically telemarketing, so we're okay. All right. But we've been calling these people, and let me just say, I've since starting like Monday, I guess beginning of the week, I called at least 81 people, right, out of my 400, and guess how many people called me back to book?
A lot.
Well,
Nobody.
0.
well,
0.
you're right
Over
on the
hot.
money. You're right on the money. One person
Hey, I'm
called me
close.
back. The best part is that when they were pushing this onto us, they were like, "Listen, guys, you're gonna get these people back to us, and there's a $10 incentive commission based off the amount of people that you get, like per person, right? So technically, if there's 400 people to call, you could get $4,000, right? But I at least called almost 100, and I got one person. So that's 10 buckaroonies.
You know, that's not bad though.
No, it's not. But at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like it's one of those things where when you try to push for a commission and you're really hype about it, and then you're more than or not halfway through, but like you're a quarter of the way through and you got one person, it's just like, yes, this is it, guys. This is what we're fighting for, you know? And I just I don't like it, but I'm just dealing with it like everyone else that works at their job. And for legal reasons, we're not telemarketing. And that's all I got to say about this. We'll see how this goes.
Volume. That's it. They aim for the volume, right? Out of the 400, if you get at least 10 people, then that's 10 people that booked.
Oh no, that sounds
That's what
brutal.
they're thinking in their minds. Yeah.
You said it took a quarter to get one person, so that means you're gonna encounter 3 more people
Yeah.
for the entirety of.
Right.
Statistically, I'm probably going to get $30 or $40 out of this whole encounter.
Oh god.
But then in their heads, they're like, "Oh, that's 3 or 4 or 5 people that like you wouldn't have got if you didn't do this."
Yeah.
Right? That's what they think. That's
And the
how it
best part is
like, for my
that
job too with our sales reps.
if they cancel and don't show up, I lost the commission. So
Really?
I'm hoping they still, I'm really hoping that they
It's
come
like
down,
fruition, everything.
because the commission only works if they actually come here to, like, stay at the place. So if they don't come down here, then I'm not getting the $10. So my person's coming in next week, and if they don't show up, then hey, I hope whatever medical emergency happens is worth it, because homeboy needs that $10. Okay, I'm living off pennies and dimes.
You're fine.
It's what I would say if I was in high school, but I'm not in high school anymore. I'm not living on pennies and dimes anymore. I'm not
Yeah,
living
you're
as
living on-
frugally. I got a
10s and
401k.
20s.
Not.
I got
I
a
would say,
Roth
like
IRA.
10s or 20s.
I got a
or,
semi
nickels,
truck
nickels
full
and
of-
quarters.
Yep, exactly.
Nickels and
Got a
quarters.
401k.
Yep.
All the
that-
numbers.
Got that what's that retirement one? I got that Social Security.
Do we?
Oh.
No, I don't think we get that.
And we all, well, I mean, we all get it of age when we're like 60, what? 65.
No, there's not gonna be
Yeah.
any for us. When
We're gonna
we
run
hit
yeah,
that
by
dry.
the time, yeah.
Yeah, we're just donating.
Oh, side note. You know that the new generation starts this year?
What do you mean the new generation?
Oh, beta.
Generation Beta.
Ugh.
How do you know that? What do you mean this starts like
Because I watched
Is
the
it already
news.
this is
25
cut
is
off?
new.
the news?
Yeah.
And what did they say? They said,
This is
all
the
right,
start of the new
everyone's having
generation.
kids.
No, that's just the new. Ebenezer 2025 is just the start of beta. Until what 2036 from that, right?
I don't know
when
what the next. I don't know what the
ends.
cycle is, but
Damn,
for the next
that's
coming
crazy.
future days,
'Cause you know how we're Gen Z? Are we?
Yeah.
We're technically Gen Z. Yeah.
technically
so then
Gen
The
Z.
next one is Gen Beta.
Damn.
so all I'm
wait.
saying is you better hold off getting some kids because you don't want them being betas. Take it from
Or
the
that
expert beta in this call. It's not me.
Gen Z. I don't consider us Gen Z, but whatever.
Are we millennials?
We're like
I don't
the
want to be a
start of Gen
millennial.
Z.
We're not
I think we're
millennial.
like the start of Gen Z, right?
Well, because there's a lot of people that are younger, like way younger than us, that are Gen Z, but they don't like know the shit that we know.
What do
Like
we
we know
know?
how to turn on, like we know how to turn the VCR on, and, like rewind it and stuff like that. They don't know how to fucking do that, right?
Yeah.
So
That's
even within the generations, there's such a big like gap because we're like the 1990s, so it's like all that shit is so cool back then. I liked it.
spoken like a true millennial.
He's the youngest. He's one of the youngest ones, like you.
Well, they said that. What is it? If you know that you're older, if you say, "How do you pick my phone?" You go like this instead of
Oh, the
going like
symbol.
this.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, 'cause I go
Wait,
like
what
this.
is that?
That's
like holding
You're
a
holding
cell
a phone. You're holding. This is you're holding
Yeah.
a cell phone.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
dear
so
listeners.
I
Dear
asked-
listeners.
Yeah,
Explain for
I
the
asked
dear
my
What we
cousin-
just did was it's like a C with your hand.
Yeah. like during Thanksgiving, I asked my little cousins like, "Oh, like how do you pick up a phone, right?" But they know too, right? They know like but they go, "Why would I go like this when it looks like that?" I was like, "You're not wrong," but I go like this. I was like,
Yo.
yeah,
Did
because
not
even
know?
when you make a call, it's the green is like this, right? And then when you decline, when you end it, it's up the down. So
Yeah.
You gotta explain that. Explain to the dear listeners these hand motions you're just showing to us.
your
He's showing
pinky
us
and your
fingering
thumb,
motions.
your pinky and your thumb, your
Yeah,
pinky's at
yeah.
your mouth and your thumb's at your ears.
Exactly. Like you're
What?
rocking out to music. You know what I'm saying?
One in the pinky, one in the stinky.
Oh, they're listeners.
Here, listen, I'm sorry. I should have stopped there.
I haven't said anything all this time, and then
He's been cooking that one up the whole time.
I'm sorry. This is getting too polite. I had to step up. Getting dirtier, funnier.
So, with recent news this month, wildfires has been like the big topic going on.
Love them and hate them, right?
We
Where's
don't live.
Smokey?
None of us live anywhere near them, so
Where's Smokey the
but
bear
we
when
have
you
him
need
here
him?
too. We have him up. We have him in the East Coast too. Wildfires.
we do.
Yeah,
Not
we have
this
him.
big.
We have one.
Not this big at all, but we do have them here. It's just over there. It's like a recipe for disaster because it's so dry, and they don't even have a lot of water regardless. And
They
then
even find out what caused it. Like, isn't it weather related? Like,
so- there's a lot of
No.
shit.
Yeah,
There's
because
a
the
lot of things that
wildfire
caused it.
in California is like so windy and so dry up there that literally anything could have started it, and they don't have like a definitive idea of what it was. But at this point, because there's like four of them going on at the same time, they're just like, all right, we're just gonna deal with the fire. We'll deal about causing, finding out about the cause later. 'Cause
I
it's-
thought it
people are
was
saying-
some guy. I know someone got arrested for it.
Yeah, some people are saying that it's on purpose because like 4 months ago or a couple months ago, State Farm canceled a bunch of fire insurance for people's houses in California. And so
no.
some people are saying allegedly that this is in retaliation for that. So I don't think the person thought it was going to be this big, whoever did it or whatever group did it, but it turned into like one of the worst national wildfires in U.S. history.
And they cut the. I saw news also like the government. Whoever I forgot, it was the government, a governor or a mayor.
Okay, Gavin Newsom?
They took 100 million or thousand or billion bucks away from the
fire department.
that
That's a lot.
that water
That's a
department.
big difference. 100,000, 100 million, 100 billion.
Hey, hold on.
Do we have an apartment anymore?
That's a big difference.
I will say it is
That's
crazy how
literally-
insurance companies have stopped their fire protection coverage over there because that's so messed up. It's like it's insane.
It is
The
insane.
videos
I feel like
are
insurance is not really
insane.
meant to help us, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so
Well,
it makes sense.
Yeah, because insurance is only supposed to help you when it happens. Because you
Not
don't
even
want it
then.
to happen.
Not even
right?
then.
What do you mean? Yes, it does. And then what are you talking about?
Cause look, all right. So,
It's a
like,
ruse.
say you get the insurance, like the health insurance, right? You
Mhm.
bust your knee maybe once every 5 years, all right? But every fucking month, you pay
you pay.
maybe 10% of your fucking paycheck.
Yeah, that's
If the
why.
math is mathing, kids at home, you just lost a lot of money to fix your knee 4 times in 20 years.
That's why the insurance companies. That's why what just happened with the guy.
So what I found is that the Los Angeles Fire Department budget was cut by 17.6 million last year, for budget cuts, I guess. And they were
You
warned.
need firemen? The fuck?
What is the
Yeah,
money
right.
going to?
And then I see another article that's no. In the article I was talking about the governor. It was actually a governor. He cut $100 million
What?
from this year.
Gavin Newsom?
Why?
Yeah, Gavin Newsom.
This year, 2025? Like, he's already cut that much already? Are you serious?
This fiscal year.
Oh, like his
Oh,
planned
2025.
projection of like what he's
Yeah.
gonna. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, he's planning to cut it.
If
That's
half your state's on fire and you still plan
his
on cutting
plans
the
cut
fire
it.
department's like
Yeah.
budget,
Now, guys, hear me out. hear me.
Yeah, what?
I know you guys like that nougat bar in the cafeteria. They don't grow on trees.
You think we can
Fire.
afford Chick-fil-A in the government building? No.
Fire.
would not-
We don't.
I would
We're
not
already
wanna be
on
like the
fire.
twinkle. I would not want to be a political figure at all, ever in my whole
Why
entire life.
not? You can.
You want to
I
be
feel
a
like
president? You want to be governor or mayor or something? I don't want to be governor, mayor, nothing, dude.
I think you could be a mayor. No, you'd make a good governor.
I could see him as
Yeah.
governor.
I'd be like,
My
free!
fellow Americans.
Everything's free!
He'd be like, my
No,
fellow
because you're
Americans.
even if like so many people like you, there's always people that hate you, right?
That's fine. That's
I
just
don't need
part of
people.
luck.
I don't want to know who hates me. Right now, I don't know anyone who like. I don't know people that hate me, right? But if
You
you're
won't.
governor or something like that, you know people that hate. You know people that hate you.
You won't know their names. You just know they're out there.
They get a comment on your Instagram. I hate you.
Right.
I
But no,
love you
I don't
too,
want.
dear citizen.
That's a lot of responsibility to be like governor and shit like that. I don't
You have
know.
to talk a lot too. You have to talk like a lot, and like
Yeah,
But you could
I'd be
fix
like
your providence. I
it's your
feel like the next wave.
province.
Yeah, because like
You're gonna have your own like cult of believers or like supporters.
I'd rather be that. I'd rather be a cult leader instead of a governor.
really.
They're like the same thing. I was trying to
Yeah.
say,
Well,
make the point. They're like the
if you're
same
like a
thing.
yeah, if you're like a cult leader, it's like undying. What's it called? Loyalty to me. Okay, they'll kill themselves for me. Okay, these guys. That's a cult
Whoa,
leader.
That's true, it's
whoa. Would
true.
you like? Would you want your followers of a cult to kill themselves for you if you were the head of the cult? Like sacrifice yourself so you can be with Abba Baba. I don't know.
So you can be with me forever. You have to clear. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. I can see that. I can see James at it. I can see Ebenezer.
No,
James is too nice. He wouldn't
No,
do
James
that.
would be like. I feel
I
like
wouldn't
James would
let
be
you.
like the
I
mascot.
wouldn't kill anyone though. If I was a cult, I wouldn't kill anyone. I would
No,
just.
You would
You'd be
be
like,
on the
"Guys,
top,
give me
You would take-
10%
but
of
you'll
your
have like a
paycheck."
secretary
Yeah, I
that
was
will
say you
lie
would
to
take their
you.
money. You would take their money.
like a tithing, like a yeah. Have you, dude? I just saw a Netflix documentary about that, the cult leader for like TikTok dancers. Have you seen that?
No.
What's that about?
So there's like there's a Netflix documentary about a cult leader. Well, cult leader. I think he's a cult leader, but it's like he used to be a pastor at a church in Los Angeles,
Oh god.
but then he wanted to like make movies and also be in entertainment. So he started like this entertainment company to sign like TikTok dancers and like famous TikTok people.
Oh
And then he would sign them and bring them over to Los Angeles and have them live with him, right? And then he would manage all their stuff, manage all their social media, but he was like taking money from them and like giving them like an allowance to like live on, and then making them
Wait.
like limited contact with their family and stuff like that.
Mm.
And he was like abusing these people.
I
And
have
then,
heard about
oh my
this.
god, crazy. Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but it was like some entertainment management company, and the guy was like a cult leader for it.
damn.
And some people are still in it now to this day. I think his name is Robert Shin. He's a Korean guy. But
So it's an Asian guy, huh?
yeah. But the documentary is about survivors, and then survivors making a lawsuit against him. So in the documentary, you see the people who's making a lawsuit go up to them and like give them like serving them papers to go to court. Like it was like last year.
You see, this is why you should be a governor, because you got to protect dumb people like that.
Also,
'Cause
you
you-
could be
That's
like,
not, technically too, that's not illegal, right? To be a cult leader, it's not. Because it's people's free will, right? You're not
Is it not?
It's not illegal to be a cult leader. Someone look that up before I start doing this shit.
I don't think it's illegal.
what would be,
I don't
what would
think
be
it's
your
illegal.
cult anyway? What would be your cult? Just
Well,
you, or do you
it's
think you
illegal
could
if you're
be
1,000 people I want minimum.
Oh, you're
you want
right.
1,000 people for a cult?
Yeah,
There
it's
are
not
What would it be
illegal
about,
state or
though?
federal laws that prohibit cults.
Yeah, unless you're doing like illegal activities, then it's illegal. But if you're, because I don't want to say it like this. I'm not gonna say it like that. But it's
have
like
to-
it's like a less accepted form of religion. If that makes sense,
Yeah, because cults are religion.
right? Because cults are religion.
Oh, it's kind of almost like how they have that whole drug law, where it's like, so you can smoke it and you won't go to jail, but you can't distribute it. So the
Yeah.
idea is that if you can't distribute it, they will never smoke it. It's like that with cults. It's like, so you can you can make a cult, but you can't do cult stuff. So if you can't do cult
Yeah,
stuff,
like,
technically
be
there's
like
no cult.
doing illegal illicit activities, like you can't. But if you're just out there like preaching the word for whatever your beliefs are, then that's it. But if you're out there shooting people and killing them, you can't do that. Come on now.
You could
Come
so you
on
could
now.
say like, how would you? Okay, so you could say like, oh, the Earth's flat, but if you shoot someone and say
Yeah,
it,
that.
that's
Yeah.
that's when
Like,
it crosses
what's
the
that
line.
famous?
The Earth is flat.
Isn't what's the famous church that Tom Cruise is in?
Scientology.
Isn't that a cult?
I'm pretty
That
sure
I
that is,
don't
and it's
know.
rich. It's like a rich cult.
Yeah, the Westboro Baptist Church or whatever the hell that's called. He's a
Is that what it is?
Scientologist. That's why his wife broke up with him. I'm pretty sure, because like she didn't want like their kids or daughters
I
to
mean,
like.
having
grow up in
taken
that
that
world.
Scientology class with James in college, I
Oh,
now
that shit was fun.
understand everything about Scientology.
What did explain to me? I don't know what
What
it
was
is.
that course called?
Is
Scott?
it actually the cult of science, or is it something else?
I forgot
was
what
it
it was
sci-fi?
called.
Yeah, it's called the class that Scott and I took is called pseudoscience and the paranormal. So we
Oh my
learned a lot
god,
about like
yeah, that's what it's called.
yeah.
How do you remember
So
that?
we-
How do you know that?
I don't know. I just remembered that right now.
The super agent.
So we learned a
Paranormal.
lot about like paranormal. We learned about the Jersey Devil and like the lore behind that, and then like the lore behind like
Bigfoot.
Didn't we learn about like sleeper agents in like Russia and then like Bigfoot and then like
Super
Sleeper
subliminal
Cosmo.
agents real?
messaging?
Basically, anything you
Oh,
think
they're
that's an
actually
SCP or like anything supernatural is
100%.
Scientology,
Yeah,
where it can be
that's what we learned
explained,
about.
and
Oh,
they
like it
believe
has
in it.
explanation behind it.
Is there an explanation for everything?
No.
Wait, is that not
It
what
seems like
Scientology is?
No, I was
no
gonna make a joke.
Scientology. Someone look it up right now. I don't know what the
I was
hell
gonna make a
Scientology.
All right,
joke saying,
let's get
is
Googling
it
this.
is it can it be explained to how I get no bitches? But then I was like, no.
There is
Yeah,
a
there's science.
formula.
Yeah, no, yeah, there's science behind that. There's
There
science.
is a formula.
There's actual science behind that kind of stuff. But you're fine now.
We would share it, but it could cause the end of the world.
Like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
that science was unsolvable for years, but man is smart enough now.
what? That's the mystery, unsolved mysteries. Like I'd be on the show, like Unsolved Mysteries. Why is
Why
Justin
can't I
never
get
get
bitches?
bitches?
Well, you
Yeah.
see, the polarity around him is negative. With
Yeah.
this formula, we are able to bend that.
But
But I
the
used to-
space and time continuum.
I used to watch that show all the time on BuzzFeed, the Unsolved Mysteries, with
Those
that
are
one
great.
Filipino guy and that tall white guy, right? And then
Yeah.
Really?
they like they quit and then they don't even have it anymore. They have it on like some different channel now.
They made their own
And
company
then
Yeah,
they're
called
charging you to
Watcher.
watch it. They're charging it's like an app, right? And they're charging you
Yeah.
They
to stream
were,
it. Are you
yeah.
fucking
And then they got backlash
criminal,
from the
man?
community, and then they.
And then they stopped.
I think
They're not-
I think they're
they
still
slowed-
charging, but there's like the original. What they were originally going to do was leave YouTube altogether, go on the website they made, and create a subscription service to watch said content. And so it was only $5, but people got annoyed because everything they were releasing on the website used to be free on YouTube. So the argument was, why would you leave YouTube? Why would you reproduce the same content under a paywall now when it could have been free on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know what the verdict is. I kind of forgot, but I think what they did was they're going to release everything on YouTube still, and then still go through with their website and just release other content alongside with their free content on YouTube on
Like
that
Patreon.
website.
Oh, is it with those three guys?
No, it's the one tall white guy and the
it's three.
little
No, it's
Filipino
three.
boy.
No, it's
Right?
three. It's three.
Who's the
It's
third one?
Stephen Lim.
Oh, that's right. He was backing the Watcher, the app,
Yeah.
whattever the heck it was.
That's
called.
Yeah.
that's what the company
Stephen
is. The
Lim,
Watcher.
Ryan Bergara is the Filipino guy,
Yep.
and then
And Shane.
the white guy.
Shane. Yeah,
Shane,
Shane
yeah.
is he's a funny one. He's the one that like doesn't believe in the shit. It like
But
was
then counteractive. He did. He went behind his
Yeah.
work.
I feel like every time I hear when they want to do a platform, it's always for like I want more money. It's not like
Shane
better
would-
content.
I mean, because they probably weren't making a lot off of YouTube. Because if you were
Wait.
making a lot, why would you go do that, right?
You can make more.
Oh well, because other channels and platforms, other channels done the same, like the Try Guys and that show that's funny. With what was it called? It had that guy. Like they have a game show. With college. What was it? College humor.
College humor?
Yeah, the old, and then they had a
Silent
show
Library?
with it.
Oh,
No,
it's like they're like answering questions, right?
They answering questions like a Jeopardy, like a sort of game show.
Yeah, I know what
thing.
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And now they show like compare and contrast like how their business works compared to what the Watcher was doing, and they're like the content they produce is not enough to justify a subscription service because
It's not.
it's just one show. No one wants to watch want to watch the
Yeah.
Stephen Lim show, which is just him exploring a bunch of rich bougie dinners.
Yeah.
Most
I
of them
hate it.
came for the
Yeah.
duo of the Ghost Hunter, Shane and
Yeah,
Ryan
Shane and
thing,
Ryan, yeah.
which is their bread and butter. So Steven's kind of just third show is just kind of fulfilling it, which is why people are making a theory that all the money is going to Steven. But then it's a whole company decision, so all three has to make the decision to do it. So
We
you
should
can't just say Steven's the worst one, but Steven's like the one that's like noticeable and about spending their money.
We should start doing paranormal stuff, right, Scott?
Oh God.
Hey, no, don't say that because you went into that abandoned building during camping
Yeah,
and you liked it.
I did not like it. And it was also
I didn't like it
daytime.
too.
He was peer
Yeah,
pressured.
that's
He was
fine.
peer pressured. He was peer pressured.
Yeah, but it was a group of people. We went to an abandoned. Okay, that shit was actually kind of crazy.
It was
though,
an
'cause
abandoned
that shit
hotel.
looked scary.
It was
It was
misty
an
as
abandoned
hell,
hotel, right?
semi-raining,
Yeah, it was. It was all like horror.
and we had to sneak in through the pool area, like through the window.
through the window.
Yeah,
Remember
it
we
was
climbed
cool,
down?
but I would lie if I say I wasn't sweating a lot.
Was there more than 10 of you?
No, 8, 6, 8 people.
Around that.
Because someone didn't go inside. The person that showed us didn't even go inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had a radio and stayed outside.
He's like, yeah, I'll be watch.
Wouldn't you be
I'll
scared
look
of
out.
like some homeless who's like now
I think
adapted
there
was
was
to
exactly
dark?
it.
I think there was homeless.
Yeah, I think there was a homeless person in there when we were in there. Right? Wasn't there or something like that?
We saw
Oh,
Yeah,
signs.
there or a possum.
Yeah, we saw like a camp or something in there, and I was like, oh shit.
You wouldn't be terrified?
Oh yeah, we ran
I'm
away.
just
Well,
thinking-
we all walk back.
yeah, we walked out. We walked out.
Hey,
You
man.
can't outrun this homeless guy. That's his domain, right? He can see in the dark. I'm just imagining like he grabs and
this was
stabs
like
people.
midday.
Domain expansion.
But it's like in a big building.
Homeless guys hotel.
Listen, we
You're
were with
now
friends,
in my homelessness.
and I would say, some people in that group. Can we name names in that group? Are we allowed to name drop?
Maybe just
They're
First names
regular.
only.
I mean,
Should we make a fake name?
How are we supposed to know the fake name? We haven't decided on it.
I know, right?
Because
We
you
didn't
know
plan
what
this out. We
as
just-
soon as I say this fake name, I know who it's associated with.
Yeah, use a name. Yeah.
Okay, to do it, rhyme it then.
That's
No,
not gonna
don't rhyme it.
don't rhyme it.
Why? No one's gonna know.
He's gonna be like,
All right, here it is.
Uh,
I went with Jake, and Jake's a buff dude. All right, how's that? You happy? Jake from State Farm? Actually, not from State Farm.
Jake
He's a
was
different
there,
guy.
and then Jake was also like, "Guys, okay, it's time to go."
Exactly.
so is well, no, I was gonna no. So is James.
He was gonna rhyme. This motherfucker was. I know you're about to.
I
were you
was
about
gonna
to
rhyme
rhyme?
James.
No,
No,
I
but
was
James
gonna
was
rhyme
actually there.
James was actually
We can
there.
name drop James because he's here right now.
I was like, how can you rhyme with James? I was like, oh shit, he's right here. Anyway, he's gonna say it.
To be
But
honest, I'm such a law-abiding citizen. Not gonna lie.
You are.
You are.
Okay. First of all, wait.
We both said
That's
you
a good
are.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
What? No,
I am a
which is
law-abiding citizen.
which
Aren't we all?
is which is kind of counterproductive because counter what we say about one of the questionnaires in Florida was like who's likely to get arrested, and
Yeah,
we
it was
picked
me.
James.
Well, it was probably because I'll get into a fight. I'll get into a fight before I do something illegal. Wow.
Oh, oh,
Dangerous.
but
I'm trying to. You know why? Because I'm trying to see what you guys would get arrested for, and I can't see it.
I wouldn't get arrested.
no,
Yeah, if
Ebenezer,
anything,
you get
you better be
arrested
arresting
for
me. Indecent
gonna say-
exposure.
yeah. I was gonna say that Ebenezer
You're gonna-
is drunk and he's peeing somewhere, and then a cop just says yo, and he just arrests him because he's
The
naked.
public indecency.
Yeah.
You were naked outside for a little bit, if you do remember that.
There was more than one time that would.
Yo,
Actually, no.
yo.
I'm not gonna incriminate. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
incriminate
don't give
anyone
me a
here.
drink, guys.
Yo,
This may or may
Don't-
not have happened,
What the hell?
Don't give me a drink.
This may or may not
allegedly,
happen.
allegedly.
but it
Allegedly.
could have happened. Okay, more than
Allegedly.
once.
This is our digital footprint, huh?
That's fucking funny.
Ah,
But like,
Yeah, those fires are
I-
crazy.
Well, right. That was the whole point of this
Yeah, yeah,
conversation.
that was the big issue. They're talking about fire.
The fires.
But
those fires are
a
crazy.
lot of celebrities' house are like burnt down.
After seeing that, I was like, oh my god, some of these celebrities' houses, like, it looks pretty not nice. Like, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, these houses are like $10 million, and it looks just like a regular house.
Is it because it's like a modern deco boxes looking situation?
No, like a regular house, as in like like it's right next to my house here. Like it looks like a regular house. Like,
The
But it's on a
property value,
mountainside.
man.
but
It's
it's just the
probably
property.
yeah.
It's the property
Like the
value. It's
location.
the location. Like they're in the hills of whatever
Yeah,
Los
like
Angeles, or
Beverly
they're in
Hills
Calabasas. Yeah,
yeah.
or like Malibu, right? It's a beach town, so all those houses got fucked.
Yeah.
Which I mean, those houses are really nice, but
Aren't they next to the ocean?
yeah, but there's trees there still.
And there's earthquakes too.
California, man.
I heard one of the arguments that they couldn't get ocean water is because the wind is so crazy over there. It's hard to get the equipment to get to the
Helicopters,
ocean
Yeah.
in a safe manner. Because like if you imagine the wind on lands versus the wind on the shore, imagine that on the open ocean. It's like it's worse, you know?
And it's hard to, especially because the fires are happening over there. It's so woody. Because here, if I mean, it's the same thing, right? It's hard to get so much water over there. Because if you have a fire here, you can plug into a fire hydrant, right? You can't plug into a fire hydrant in the middle of the forest.
And plus, if
So,
you
like,
stop dropping,
yeah.
if you started dropping a whole lot of salt onto default ground, it's not going to be good
Yeah.
for the wildlife afterwards.
I mean, they don't even eat local wildlife, right? We get our food overseas.
Wait, what?
Like the other animals there, not the ones that we're gonna eat. Like
Yeah.
Jesus.
What are
The
you
squirrels and the
thinking? You think we're
bunnies
like
and the deers and the-
cavemans?
I'm just thinking like the animals that we have roaming around. Look, if
Yeah.
you're not in a zoo, let's clear the place out, all right?
Yeah,
I
but the
don't support
balance.
that.
Yeah, but the balance.
What do you mean you
Yeah,
don't
but
support that?
the ecosystem needs a balance, so that's why there's
No, it
like.
doesn't. Look, I'm gonna tell you right
Oh my
now,
God.
all right?
Oh,
We
there it
built
is.
fucking New York.
Oh god. Hold on, hot take
Yeah,
by
let me
Ebenezer.
cook. Let me
Hold
cook.
on.
All right? Get me some fucking hot pavement. We slap that shit over all that wood shit, all right? We pack up all the animals in zoos, all right? All the ones we want to look at. The ones we
Okay.
don't like,
All right.
we chop them up and we sell them overseas.
No.
Oh.
Right?
What if they're a fan of them? There's
What do you
some
mean a
fans of
fan?
that.
Look,
Like
I
the-
bet you a fan of a home. Bitch, shut up and look, we just made new plots of
Listen.
land. You can have a
I
home.
bet you a fan of 3 hot meals a day.
Yeah. If you want to see
guys ever
money,
see that?
Google that shit. We have YouTube now, right?
Oh my
You ever see that
God.
thing where it's like if all the bees in the world died, then like we're gonna die soon or something like that, right? It's like if all the bees in
No.
the world died because they contribute so much of like the pollination of the plants,
Mhm.
then like it later down the line it will directly correlate to like humans getting effective in a
Yeah,
really
that's why didn't Cheerios
negative
have that
way.
campaign where they're trying to like save the bees and they raise a
Yeah,
bunch of
save the
money.
bees. Yeah,
But don't we have bee farms?
we had bee farms, but I'm saying if the bees all died, it's like,
Like the wild bees, not the ones in farms.
No,
you know,
bees in
every all
general.
bee
No.
farm, first of all, and there's not first of
What do
all
you
the bee farms. There's still
mean?
not enough bee farmed
Yeah, there's not
to
enough
like.
bees to
Yeah,
supply the amount of consumption.
there's not enough domestic bees to
Yeah.
domesticated bees.
What the hell? I don't think you can have bees as pets.
No, because you
domesticated as
know
in like
that's
it's
a
a farm.
hobby. That's a
Beekeepers.
hobby for people.
Yeah.
Listen, all I
Wait, so
understand from this argument is that Ebenezer is going to go human first. When it's not a human, it doesn't matter in this world. And if
look,
it isn't a human, we can control it, contain it, and have it be mass produced to our own liking. That's all I heard from
you
it.
will
Ebenezer's
you will fucking thank
Ebenezer's
me.
Ebenezer's
Alright?
Peter's worst nightmare. Peter.
I am, alright? I'll cut down that tree. Loex will come down, I'll shoot him too. Alright? If he ain't going in the zoo, you're dead to me.
Yo,
That's
I need an animation of that now.
Oh
I
no!
speak to the trees. Ba 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 ba.
guys, new land, alright?
I feel
Look,
like I feel like you're willing to betray humanity for some reason.
no, I'm
No, he's
helping
pro-human. He's
No,
the most
humanity.
pro-humanity guy here.
Yeah,
Look,
if anything, he's
I'm
No,
going
no,
versus
no, no,
Thanos
but
right
hey.
now, alright?
He's like robots. Sorry, I'm thinking clankers.
Scott's
I
the
am
one who's gonna
against
betray
clankers.
humanity with the
Whoa,
robots.
whoa! That's
I'm all
Scott's gonna
about
be like,
team
they're all
flesh.
here. They're all here. They're all here.
Go
Oh,
back to the
God.
other episode.
That's fucking funny. They're here. They're here.
Oh man. You ever see that
Yeah.
movie with Will Smith with the was it iRobots? Was it called
Mhm.
iRobots?
Yeah,
Yeah, I robot. Actually, I actually don't think I've ever watched that movie.
I never
You only
finished
seen
it.
clips. Well, it's okay. It wasn't a great
Yeah.
movie. It was alright. But I'm waiting for the day when robots come to that level. When that happens, look, I'm gonna get your phones. I'm gonna break them, guys. We're going analog.
I was
We're
gonna say you
going
can't even read
analog.
analog.
Yeah, break
Can't
it
even
before we
read it.
even-
Oh my god.
You know what you're about to say?
These boners.
You're about to say, you know what, everyone look up to the sun, put a stick in the ground, and see what the shadow is with the stick. And I'm gonna go, well, it's
And that's
cloudy
how you tell
outside. And you're gonna
time.
say, that's too damn bad. You sure know what time it is still.
Yeah, how you supposed to know what time it is if you
Look at
never mind. If you don't have a reference of the time yet, how you supposed to know when you put it down?
You know
Well,
what
it's
they're gonna
simple.
do?
The sun sets to the east,
And you're already
rises
wrong.
in the west.
See, you're already wrong. You can't even you see, you can't even handle this future you want.
Wait, let me Google this.
The sun sets in the west, crackhead.
cooked.
You
Who
can't
let this guy cooked?
We will live. Humanity, listen to me.
You know what people's
I
gonna
will
do?
lead us.
People are gonna get a glass ball. It's gonna shine light down into a specific area, and they're gonna monitor the light being tracked along the ground to find out the time. And so when you say there's gonna be clouds and shadows, they're just gonna have to limit the light to a very narrow point, and they can get the time that way.
You can be our time guy. I feel like you know a lot about
See, I
this.
fit in, guys. I fit in. I'm with you.
You're our.
What is he? Wait, it's gonna be like, what does he do? Oh, he can tell the time very well.
Is it midday? Ask Scott. He's our time guy.
Yeah.
He can tell the time.
He's like a superhero.
You're gonna wake me up in the middle of the night. Like, what time is it? I'm like, go the fuck asleep. I don't give a shit what time it is.
We're hunters and gatherers, and then there's the guy that can fucking tell
Go to
time.
sleep o'clock. That's what it is. Time for bed. Time for
Oh.
bed.
Oh,
You're,
my
you're the guy in
God.
the movies that you ring the bell. It's 12 o'clock. Bing, 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 bing.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Oh man.
Who let this guy cooked? Who let this guy cook?
Look, do you think?
That was funny.
Do you think? So now that the next generation betas are coming out, right? We think we should teach them how to read and write.
Yes.
What?
because you're
Why would you not?
What?
I was watching some TV.
Okay.
Right,
No,
let's take a little break. Right.
I don't want.
And
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear him
was-
cook anymore.
It was talking
I'm
about
on
so
your
the
side
time
for
period
this.
of the show was like during like the Crusade time where like not everyone knew how to read. Only like people who were rich or people who were like became scholars. And so this one peasant's like, "Look, I'm learning how to read. This is great." And the priest is like, "What the fuck? No, you shouldn't learn how to read or write at all." He goes, "If too many of you guys learn how to read and write, you'll flood the world with bad information." And I was just thinking like, "Oh my god, that's Reddit. That's what's happening right now." So I say
Well,
He's only saying that now because he knows how to read and write, so he's able to manage the flow of people who can read and write. But if you were the person who couldn't read and write, you will want to read and write. But then someone in front of you will say no. And you're gonna say, "Oh, it's fair game because you were at the wrong time, right?"
and then you're driving a car because you can't read the stop sign, then you die because you can't
Well,
read the
here's
stop
the
sign.
thing. We'll make everything picture based, all right? Look, these kids already live off of TikTok, all right? You don't even need to read when you look at a fucking screen.
Oh,
We use fucking images like the fucking Egyptians.
They had to have this.
Hieroglyphics.
They had to have Subway Surfers next to it.
for some reason, I thought Scott was making a diss on Ebenezer, saying he's the one of them he should not be reading and writing. That's why I was laughing earlier.
No.
You know,
You laughing at my
I will say
downfall?
this, though.
Look,
I'm
I'm
just
gonna make sure your
laughing- I'm
kids don't know how
laughing
to
at
read,
you.
Justin.
I'm
Right?
laughing at you.
Don't worry. I'm gonna make sure your kids don't know how to read.
What the?
A lot of
Just wait.
That's a threat,
A lot
ladies
of
and
my
gentlemen.
friends
That's
are
a
like-
threat. You hear this guy? He's telling me my kids can't read or write.
They won't know how to read or write. I'll
It's
make
not-
sure.
Isn't the whole
a
argument?
lot of my friends that work in education right now, like they're saying that the kids nowadays, kinda not up to par.
You're
Like
cooked.
like grades wise and like standardized testing wise, like they're a lot less advanced than like when we were in school when we were kids or like back then. Like a lot of kids are like failing classes and that's like normal. And like some they don't even know how to write correctly. And
Do you think it's
apparently
because
they
of
don't even
access?
teach cursive anymore.
They don't teach
Well,
cursive.
cursive
don't,
is
they don't.
pointless. What is
Well, I'm
like?
just saying, like it's cool.
see? Because I'm kind of with the kids on stuff like that. Like, you don't need to know math outside of adding, subtraction, division, and multiplication.
But I think it's even like basic shit too. Like and grammar, they don't like really.
You don't need grammar because obviously the world's
Obviously,
still.
look at us. Look at us.
All right.
You survived so
There is
far without
autocorrect.
grammar.
You don't even
You're
need to
so
know how to
afraid of
spell.
grammar.
robots taking over, but you're willing to become so dumb to let robots take over. I don't understand.
Exactly.
That's the only way I can convince the people. If I let them become dumb enough, they'll
Is that
see
how you
the
save?
harm
Is that
of
how
it.
you save them?
I
It
think you
is.
should be the example. You should
be
stop writing and
stupid.
reading and only do pictures now. Lead the
I
charge.
tried, but I'm too smart. So
Oh
I
no
have
no
to...
no no no! You can't. You don't know you're smart because the person who can read
Ebenezer-
and write didn't tell you could. All right.
Ebenezer, what is your reading level?
I would definitely say I am at a college color.
Reading level?
A color what?
Level reading.
A college.
Bring it up. Bring it up. I'll bring it up.
We got him. We got your ass in fucking 4K right
Yo, Siri, autocorrect me, bro.
You didn't pick the right.
What do you
You
mean
didn't pick
autocorrect?
the right shape for the pick. I'm sorry.
You know
How
what's
can you
what's the
autocorrect
term
that?
where you're it's like it's not a college person, it's like a college age. I don't know the ending of it. You know
College
you know the
level
word I'm trying
reading?
to say?
No, I
Collegiate?
I think it's like the term is like a person of university status or university knowledge.
don't.
Something
A
like that.
doctor?
No, that's a doctorate. I'm no doctorate. I know that shit. I'm like
What?
sophomore year, junior year level.
Are you? What level are you? Are you P level? Are you like S level? Z level?
The fuck are those
Oh,
measurements?
like Dragon Ball Z scores.
What the fuck? What do you mean Dragon Ball Z score?
You know, like
This-
when you
There's
hit
only
Z,
one
'cause-
letter in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I'm
He's
like a
talking about-
dramatic
Z!
finish type of guy, you know.
No, everybody's just talking about the mission ranks.
yeah, because you said ZS. I'm like, oh,
Oh, SSR,
It's an
right?
SSR.
Like SR R.
I'm definitely
No,
SSR, man. I'm so-
no fool. I'm talking about the like alphabet level.
what alphabet
Mhm.
level?
Isn't there like
I
an
think we're all a
alphabet
little
like reading
crazy.
level?
Like A is best, Z is worst.
Oh
Isn't
god.
it?
Robots, it's time.
It just
Robots.
it just
We need help.
it describes our education.
I think I'm at a college level. I read not prolifically, but proficiently enough.
You
More
read?
than the average American, less
Yeah.
than the average doctorate, I would say.
Less than the average doctor.
Because I feel like doctors, they're writing papers and reading papers. I'm not
like-
I'm not reading
Like,
papers.
you're talking about like PhD people, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got a dissertation about like why water's wet and it's 25 pages long.
Not
I'm
even
like,
that. It's like 300 pages long.
It's like
Right?
it's a thesis too. Like a whole.
Imagine reading that shit. I would have just put TLDR, bro. It's good. Send it up.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh no.
Wow.
I bet like PhD people probably do that. Cause like in like a 30-page like synopsis of your shit. The first page is a synopsis. And then
Abstract.
it tells you like, hey, this is the entirety of what my thing is.
Yeah.
And I always thought, all right, if there's a synopsis that gives me a TLDR of your paper, why the fuck am I gonna read these next 30 pages if you just summarized it in page 1?
Yeah. So
Well, I think
could've
no. The
to,
abstract
like
gives
for
you
example.
the abstract gives you like the okay. This is what I'm walking into, and the
Yeah.
rest is the sequence like that. What
No,
are you
no,
talking about?
the synopsis gives you the full, like it tells you what each chapter is about.
Abstract.
Yeah, but
Like
then it gives you the in depth of the chapter. Like then you read the chapter, then it's the in depth, in depth of it. My God, Jesus Christ!
But the problem is,
Why are you so against this right now?
it's because so this is my reason why I'm against it. All right, is because a lot of times the knowledge we use
What are you against?
isn't in depth knowledge. Here's a perfect example, right? We've all read a math textbook, all right, and you learned like random formulas for different shit, all right. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the only formulas you're using is like a plus b, subtraction, like division. Like I've never seen none of you guys. We eat at dinner. You go, all right, a squared plus b squared
I
equals
want
c
to do that
squared.
dinner.
Because that's the only place you encounter math, right?
Wait,
'Cause
what
I
are
know
we
you ain't
what are we
going home.
fighting
Here?
for right now? What hill are we
Yeah.
standing on?
So wait, no, okay. So what Ebenezer's trying to say is
Yeah.
that like an abstract is similar to a synopsis.
No, he's saying the abstract is the whole fucking paper. So
I'm saying
that's
the
what he's
abstract
saying.
is the like entirety is like the entire
Yeah, it's
synopsis
the
of the
entire-
paper.
Then why
And
did you
why-
bring synopsis?
I think the synopsis just tells you like a general like, hey, this is what this paper is about.
Then what's the
I
argument
think
then?
this is what
My-
I think.
my
I think we need
argument-
to make sure that what we're talking about is correct because I don't think we.
Yeah.
He's standing on a
I'm
hill.
gonna stand on this hill. Now let me tell you right now. My argument is that I feel like in-depth information is redundant because we don't actually use it to solve actual problems. We solve problems with the abstract information of stuff. So like a lot of
Like,
the
you're
knowledge you learn
saying
in
that-
school is like use the abstract, like you don't use like a specific formula to solve situations. You don't use like a specific chapter of your of a class to solve a broad most of the broad issues we encounter have the simple solutions that came from the synopsis of what we learned of. Like in IT, for example, you'll see a complicated like, oh, I don't know what this error is, but the synopsis of every fucking error is all right. Can I turn on my computer? All right. Can I get to this login screen? All right. Then when can I not stop? And then you just kind of either Google your way or you go to like it's a settings related issue, and it's I just feel like a lot of information is solved off of the already general knowledge you learn out of a specific topic, but never the specific topic's information
But you're
solves a
talking
general
about that.
problem.
You're talking about that and the aspect of like practicality, right? When you're learning it.
Well, I think in practicality, like just day to day, unless you're like you work a
Yeah,
specific
unless you
field,
work in a specific field. Yeah,
but I feel like
that's
that's what
different.
you learn all through like middle school to high school. You learn all
Yeah.
these specific you learn all the specific information that are applied to just broad things in life. Like that's why like when a kid goes like my cousin goes, "Oh, they're not teaching cursive anymore." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit, cuz you don't need cursive." Like that, all
Yeah.
right? If I want a signature, we have was it DocuSign fucking generated. You're never going to fucking write your name unless you own a building. And even then, you're having someone else write it for you or it's DocuSigned. And I just feel like stuff like that is irrelevant.
So you're saying that school is teaching useless knowledge, and you would
I
change
think
that?
so. I
And you
think
rather be concise as
And how
like
would
an
you? Yeah, how would
abstract
you
of it?
change that then?
I would teach what I think every person will generally like stumble into for life. Like every kid should know how to add, and every kid should learn how to like get to the division point. But not
Yeah.
every kid needs to know Pythagorean theorem. Now, if this kid is going into a math-based role in life, then
Yeah.
then that should be like applied because of course like knowledge is like incremental. Like you
But
need to
then,
know this brick in order to get to the next brick.
when would that
But I
kid
think
know?
like to get to that stage,
Yeah.
they would know how to get from subtraction all the way up to like division or you know the what was it PEMDAS?
But
Like you know
I feel like they would.
PEMDAS.
I feel like they have to. I feel like for some kids, because I've like what's it called, like friends like that in high school where they didn't like math like their whole life, but then in like junior year when they took like pre-calculus or calculus, then it was like, oh, like I like math now, and then they become like mathematicians stuff like that after that. But if they didn't do that stuff, like if they didn't never did it, then they would have never known
Well, I
that
think
they liked it,
outliers
right?
like that is because of the teacher you have, and it's not because of the topic. Like they just had a really good pre-calc teacher, and they're like, "Oh, all right, I like math." He goes, "I had
Yeah.
that for algebra. I hate math, but then I had a really good algebra teacher, and I was like, all right, math is fun because he was fun." And
Or
I
it's a
think
type of
that's
math too, because I don't like certain types of math, but I like other maths.
yeah. I
I
think
don't
by the time
know.
you get to algebra, if you get to algebra, if you get to geometry, at least at the level one of each of those topics, is that you need to at least understand the concept of PEMDAS.
Well, wait, can I say something then? If you're saying that abstract teaching like that should be taught throughout the whole year, doesn't it also it's based on the teacher?
Well, it's because PEMDAS is so simple that anyone can teach it. And I also think it shouldn't be taught for the whole year. I think that school should be shortened so that way kids can enter into role like specialization classes earlier in life. Like if we taught the fundamentals only, and so that way by the time a child is like 15, they take specialized courses, then they can determine what role they're interested in. Because I'm sure I believe in the age range between like 13 to 16 is where a child is kind of defining like their hobbies to what they interested into, to what their mental load is on what they're interested in. Like kids who
In other
gravitate to
countries,
math have more logical things that they like to do. Like for example, building a Gundam is like not for dumb people. Like no cap, like if you're a dumb kid, you're not gonna really enjoy building a Gundam. But if you were 12 years old and I had to like see if you were gonna be a logical kid who will come up to a Gundam, I would start you off on Legos.
Kind of
yeah,
a
because a
weird
lot of
straight
yeah,
about that, but all right.
no, I think it makes
No,
sense
it's
too
because
because
it's
like
like a
if you
logical
yeah
it's like a logical game with yourself.
yeah
Because you're building
like
something that has required instructions that you have to follow. Not every kid can follow
yeah
instructions. So
Not
that's
every
why
kid
because
it's
has
like
like a smart
patience.
it's like oh if you used Legos a lot when you were like 5 years old, right? And then you started building Gundams because you like building things. And later in life, you could be like, okay, your parents probably like, oh, this kid probably like wants to be like an engineer or something, or like wants to like work with his hands or like be like something like that.
yeah, something to that
And
extent.
then you just nurture it because I think other countries do that. They like the thing like if it's probably like requirement to go up to middle school and then like oh if you want to go to trade school do something specific you go to this specific route Because I remember like I had an exchange student in high school, and she was from France, and she was like, yeah, when you like turn like whatever certain age, 14, 15, you choose like what path you want to do, and then they have schools for it. And then you just that's how you branch off. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot. Oh wait, Justin, do you think intelligence is tied to like skills like being patient? Like, do you think? Quick question. Do you think the dumber you are, the less patient you can be? I just
Yeah.
want to know because like you're saying patience. I wanted to address that.
No, I'm not saying it's patience. I'm just like it's like a skill set or something. If like because it takes time to build a Gundam. Since you brought that up, and sometimes some people do it right away so that they can get it done and over with, or some people just takes their time and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's not a. I would say it's a skill set, but it's not really. It's a quality, I guess. Like a person's. It's basically like a trait, I guess.
But do
They're
you think
patient.
dumb people are less patient?
They think dumb people are less patient.
Yeah, because when I think of patience, I think you have to be smart enough to have patience.
Yeah.
Because I think most idiots don't have patience.
I
So
think
they
there's
go
a
like,
direct
brute
correlation.
force
Yeah, they
doesn't
jump
work.
into. Yeah, that makes
On to
sense.
the
Yeah,
next.
I can see that. Yeah, some
Yeah.
people don't have patience.
There's definitely a direct correlation between patience and your intelligence.
Yeah, right? That's what I would
Yeah.
think.
Like 100%. Not saying that if you're not an impatient person, you're not smart. It's just
No, he
if
already
you are
said it. Dear listener,
if
you
you are
heard it. Listen up, dumbass. If you weren't patient,
yeah, 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 you're
It's already
patient.
set in stone. It's already set in stone. You can't run it back.
Some
That's
people are
funny as
prone
hell.
to act before thinking.
I think no, I think that's a thing too. Like educationally wise, I think like online you look it up, and I think patience is linked to like intelligence and like how people conduct their lives and stuff like that. Like, if you're more patient, then you're less likely prone to like go to jail or something.
I don't doubt it. I feel like it's
Yeah.
very true.
Because if you're hot headed like so much, then like you're more prone to like preemptively like do corrective action and like hit someone's car, like throw a rock at their window, or like, you know what I mean? But if you
I
took
think
like
Yeah.
5 seconds to like evaluate the situation,
Yeah,
but it's also
yeah.
dependent on the situation too. But
I was about to say, like, depends on the
Yeah.
situation. Like, sometimes, like, it's good to be patient, just let it happen. And other times, you depending on like the situation, you get pressure or something's like eating you up, or maybe like situational, like your wife's in labor. You're gonna have to, you have to go fast. You don't care about patience. You'd have to get there. You know.
Mhm.
But that's only in some aspects of like depending on where it is, like where you are. Because I could see it as it's a good thing and a bad thing. But yeah,
You guys
thinking
want to
good
hear
things and bad
a real
things.
quick story about patience?
Yeah.
Like, really quick story. When I was a kid, I used to like playing with stickers, right? And so, when we would drink like the gallons of water, they'll have a logo on it, right? And so, to practice patience, you had to peel the sticker off without it peeling and ripping, because you want the full effect of the sticker. And so I would just like, as a kid, pull these, stickers off these gallons just so I can play with them. And then if it ripped, I would just be like, dang, I wasn't slow enough, or dang, there was a skill issue somewhere. So I'm definitely teaching my kid to get a gallon and start peeling off that sticker to see how patient they are. And then I can
That is
measure the amount of developmental growth they have.
I
Definitely
can vouch
wasn't
for
patient
that
when I was
because
a kid.
Scott does that a lot when I see him doing the
Yep,
water bottle.
It's a sign of intelligence right there.
that's right. I'm super patient, guys.
So we'll take you with you when we have to move to Mars. You passed the test.
I know it.
And
Wait,
look
what?
at that. He's our gallon of water tape guy and the
And our
timekeeper.
time guy.
That's fucking perfect.
Let me
That's,
get chief. Holy shit.
He's already he
Dude.
has two important
That's
positions.
how I won my title,
Like,
okay?
he can't leave.
To be the
He
time
can't
guy,
die.
you have to
You guys
peel
have
these
attacked him.
stickers off these gallons of waters.
That's governor right there if I ever heard it.
That's
No.
The
That's
governor
your
of Mars.
position.
no. That's your
No,
position.
no.
You're
No,
the
you'd be
figurehead.
the face of it.
Ebenezer's the brain, and then Justin's a different job. They haven't decided yet.
Ebenezer
I
will
don't
make
think
my scripts, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "All right, this today I'm reading the script. Right, it's a teleprompter. It's coming down live. I don't know what's gonna say because
Yep.
Ebenezer made it. All right, fellow citizens, I'm now blowing up this place. Like, what the?
It says act natural, act natural.
I got
Stop
you.
laughing.
And with that, I think we should slow it down. It's
Yeah.
that time.
It's that time for recommendations.
Oh God, I don't have one yet. Alright, go first. I'm gonna go first.
All right,
Who's going first?
I guess I'll go first. My recommendation, this is going to be a group of individuals of the Korean variety.
That's not us.
It's K-pop.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to stop speaking in riddles and
K-pop.
rhymes. It's just a K-pop group.
Yeah.
Their name
Variety. Shut the hell up.
their name is G Friends.
Variety.
They've been around since 2015 and they disbanded in 2020, 2021. And then they recently came back in last year. This year. Like just recently. Like they're really good though. G Friend is a nice group because they're very vocal first and very quote unquote pure girl. And the best comparison I can say, if you're questioning quote unquote pure girl, is something like Blackpink, you know? They're very rambunctious and out there, but G Friend's always been just a very like a calm girl, you know? A girl you want to bring to your parents' house for dinner, you know? Because they'll smile and wave.
It's got
But
dance.
their music's good. Their music's good, you know? And my it's not Oshi. What's the word? It's not Stan?
Bias.
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 My bias is Unha. She is the best. Don't question it. All right. That's my
Unha.
Okay.
Unha.
I guess I'll continue off of that because I kind of got a recommendation now. Similar to that is a K-pop group called GOT7. They debuted with was it Girls? And then they were with JYP, and they expanded near the COVID time frame, which is 2020, 2021. And they have one comeback after the disbandment, but they're all still together. It's just that they all have their own solo careers. But soon they're gonna have a comeback, January 20th, with their Winter Heptagon album, and so I can't wait. They're a boy group. I mean to say, they're also a boy group. And my bias is JB, but I like almost all of them.
Yeah.
Should I have
Thanks,
stated that
Asylum.
mine's a girl group?
You know they were in direct competition with BTS.
Oh yeah?
I think
Yeah,
they
they're around the
I think they debuted at the same
generational
time, right? Yeah.
when they debut. Yeah.
And look who got more popular. Oh my god. By
Okay,
a fucking
well-
Wait, is
million
BTS still
dollars.
coming back, or are they still in the army?
Yeah, they're coming back.
They're coming back this year. They're in the army right now, but they're finishing their
But
rest
those
of
two
their
groups
army.
were like fighting each other for like top spot. But
Yeah, there was
clearly
like other
BTS
groups
was
because
top
during that
spot.
generation, a lot of groups, but BTS took the center stage and got America. So I'm not saying that GOT7 didn't, but they were more.
I kind of like GOT7's music better, but I mean it's whatever.
Okay, all right. Let's not
I
start
like
wars
GOT7's
here
music.
in this podcast.
Well, we're
Not
just
for me,
listing
but
off what
for
you
our
know our
listeners.
preferences are. We're not trying to
Yeah,
fight
all
no
you BTS
battles.
fans, we love you. Don't come after us.
And
Yeah,
Scott, you did
army.
mention it's a girl
Viciously
group.
attack us.
Dude, that and they will run us down. They'll find us our IP address. They'll find where we live. Everything. They'll find us.
All right, next. Who's next?
I can
I
go.
will go. Oh, you go.
Oh,
you go.
oh,
No,
you know what?
go.
Actually-
you go.
I think I should
Rock,
go.
paper, scissors.
Guys got rock
You go
paper
first, you
scissors
go.
it then.
Mine's not important, so you can go first if yours is
No,
important.
mine's not important. You guys.
Shut the.
No, mine. All right, I have a physical product to recommend. It saved me a couple times. His parents bought me for Christmas a portable inflator for your tires.
Oh yeah, those are
So
nice.
I've been using that.
Oh, I seen
Yeah.
those
Like an air
damn
pump.
So I recommend getting that on Amazon. It was like, I don't know, $50. So you can put it in your car. It's small. It's like maybe like 7 inches, right? And then you can use it
That's
for your
small?
car or your bike. All right. Small, portable. But you can use it for your car, your bike, anything. So it's convenient when like you don't have a pump near you to pump up your tires. Especially with the cold weather now, like my thing keeps going down for the pressure. So that's my recommendation.
Well, that's a good product. Honestly, everyone should actually have one.
Yeah,
Just
thank
in
you, sir. Thank you,
case.
sir. Thank you, sir. I should go
You
for
get
yeah,
those
thank you.
you should get the those like battery powered chargers whenever your car dies, so you could self start yourself.
Oh, like jump starting, like a yeah.
Yeah,
Remember that when we had to jump start a car? Shit.
I know that man.
That was an ordeal.
Dear listener, man, cars. Ugh.
Dear
All right,
listener, Cars.
You'll know. You'll know.
We're so old with cars. God.
My recommendation, I have a random character designer on ArtStation called Gop Gap. She makes some cool illustrations I like, and that's it. Yeah, I just like her art style.
What's she
Describe
Very.
draw?
her art style.
I don't know how to describe it. I will tell you right now, I don't know any of the art words. I
It's
can
2D.
say
Well, does she
them
draw
and
like
sound like
a
I know
person,
art
place,
words.
or
But is it?
thing?
Yeah.
She
Is
draws a
it
people.
People.
She
Okay.
draws
lot of-
people.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
it's in the. I would say between a DC kind of look to anime-ish.
Like
I don't
comic,
know. It's
So
like that
comic
weird in
style.
between.
the comic style.
Not entirely. She does do like the comic book characters, but they don't look like the comic book art style. It looks more closer to a
Oh, so the
manga
body
art style.
proportions are regular body proportions, not big ass.
Is she like safe for work? Not safe for work?
Oh yeah. Just regular safe for work stuff. She does a
Okay.
lot of character like character concept art.
Is it
But
mostly female, male,
it's mixed.
animals?
So
It's mixed.
you'll see Dark Vader, you'll see some X-Men characters, Joker, you'll see Dragon Ball Z characters. But
Is
her art
is
style
her
is very distinct. I like that.
is it more positive? Like when you see it, you see like it's bright, it's positive, it's like nice, like a sort of like it gives you that feeling off of it. Like, oh, that's actually not bad. Like what she like her art style, like how you describe it, like when you look at it.
I would say her art style is very blocky in that characters are all in like defined shapes. Like the head is squared because that's well, if you know anything about character design, then you know. But if the head is like when a character is like more shaped to an actual like square triangles, when you see shapes in characters, it's because it defines like the character's personality. For example, Sasuke has a triangle head. It's because he's edgy.
Right.
Like no cap. Like for example, villains usually have sharp. They're like designed with like a lot of sharp edges to them, and that's because as people, when you like look at characters, sharp was it for some reason sharp edges align with like a more sinister character. Things also like green eyes, stuff like that, and then round features are like you usually presume is like the hero. So like, what's a good example? Finn and Jake, a lot of round shapes, but then Ice King, very pointy nose, pointy crown.
Yeah.
So yeah, little art lesson. But yeah, check her stuff out. It's very chill. I really do like it. Everything I see in her thing is like, I'd want it on a T-shirt or a poster.
Nice. Wait, what's her name
Okay.
again?
Goo Gap?
Goo Gap. For the people in the back, her name is Goo Gap.
Oh wait, no, sorry, Gop Gap. G-O-P.
Oh,
I'm about
people
to
in the
say,
back.
yeah, I heard
People in the back.
goth. I heard goth.
Gop Gap.
Gop?
G-O-P-G-A-P.
Gop? Let me
Redact
look her
that.
up right now.
Redact
Yeah,
what he just
she's
said.
on our
Yeah.
station. Check her out. Her shit is hot. I fucking
Okay.
love the Gohan fit.
Oh,
Right,
I
dear
like
listener?
her art.
Yeah, see, you'd like it.
Oh wow, yeah, this is really nice. I see what you mean by you're saying it's like a mix between comic and also like anime-esque
Yeah,
type
very
vibe.
strong
Because
shape language.
she has a bunch of 3D then also 2D animation in here too. That's cool. Yeah, nice choice. Great artist.
Dear listener, thank you for coming. And I know you'll join us in our little village when the time comes. Until then, wait for the next episode. Drive safe and watch out for fires if you're in California. I don't know if you're in California. I'm sure you're not driving to the light. That's not heaven. That's fire. So, like. But bye.
What?
When the
Bye.
time comes.
Bye.
When the time comes, Scott will let you know. He knows
Scott
the
will
time.
That's right.
What time is it? Is it time to end?
Scott,
All right.
what's the that?
As the
Scott,
time,
is it time to
guy,
end?
is officially over.
Ah, yeah, it is over. All right, dude. Yo, get the
All
fuck out.
right.
You
Peace
heard him.
out, dear listeners. Peace out. Peace out.
Take care.